Gong Wengui got arrested, a Chinese businessman, a billionaire, who made a sensation for many years. Since 2017, he was exiled to the United States. He got arrested on Wednesday morning around 6 o'clock. A group of FBI agents rushed into his apartment. The building called Sherry Holland Hotel, located at 60th Street, 5th Avenue. He got arrested, and at the same time, after a couple of hours, this building, especially Wengui's apartment, suddenly got a fire accident. So the rest FBI agents had to evacuate and report the fire to the police. That's a mystery. Some Chinese people said Wengui and Wengui's people may burn some documents, material, so caused the accident. Don't know this fire accident is a coincident or on-purpose action, not known yet. I believe the FBI agents will find the answer. For Gong Wengui, why he got arrested, the reason from the report said he had fraud related with 1 billion money. He collected this money from his supporters from internet. He was sued to have a number of crimes, including money laundering, securities fraud, bank fraud, something related, say 12 crimes. So when we get to this kind of situation, actually for our Chinese people, overseas Chinese people, don't feel too surprised, feel like it's a consequence, should happen. I think Wengui's main problem, even though he said he anti-CCP, he support democracy, and he revealed or called material leak revolution to reveal some scandals in the party, especially to the former Vice President Wang Qishan. But actually, his action, his function, or his effect finally helped Xi Jinping and his faction. Not good for anti-Xi's faction in the party. And also, at the same time, many people has suspected Gong Wengui, if Gong Wengui was a spy of CCP or turned to be a spy of CCP. He admitted before he got exiled as a billionaire, he worked for the MMS, the Chinese Security Institute, as kind of agent or informant. But then why he against CCP or Wang Qishan? Because Wang Qishan worked as the chairman of the Chinese Central Discipline Commission and had so-called anti-corruption movement to help Xi Jinping enhance his power. But the many political enemies in the party was put down into jail, and some senior officials has business related with Gong Wengui. So Gong Wengui's assets, real estate in Beijing, was frozen by Wang Qishan and his people. So at first, when Wengui get kind of reveal the scandals, exposure the scandals based on his personal hatred, personal revenge, personal emotion. Then he said he anti-CCP. But unfortunately, I think at first he was on the right track to anti-CCP, to call for democracy, or to call for down the CCP. But then he has two big problems. One problem is he was still in the trap of Chinese culture. When I say Chinese culture has a good part or bad part, but he was on the bad part. Many Chinese people stuck in the bad part. The bad part is like only care for money, corruptive, and only care for himself. A lot of things, he was totally stuck in the CCP culture. What is CCP culture? Chinese Communist Party's culture. It's based on money, corruption, relations, 关系, and many other dirty things. So he was stuck there. Think about it. When he turned to be a billionaire in China, mostly based on real estate. Why? That's only have kind of collusion between officials and businessmen, or money, power for money, or money for power deals happened, so he can be a billionaire in China. So after he got exiled to the United States, if he want to develop his business or keep his business or develop a democracy movement or career, he should follow American way or international way, because the United States is totally different country. It's based on democracy, freedom, human rights, and the order of law. The law is very important. Legal system very important. Not in China. No law, no legal. Anything can do by anyone, especially leaders, can out of laws, above laws, even above their so-called constitutions. But Wen Gui didn't follow, didn't involve or adopted American way, didn't adopt a civilized way, still used the Chinese way or CCP's way to do his business. So finally, he used a name of kind of legal construction foundation to collect money. And some Chinese people, overseas Chinese people, was too naive. They thought Wen Gui was a successful businessman. If we invest money to him, he could be successful again overseas, and everybody can benefit from his success. That's totally wrong. Wen Gui's success in China is Chinese way, CCP's way. But in America, he used the same way. He definitely will fail, because this definitely way will be illegal, even involved into crime. So finally, this is his result. He collected 1 billion money, but a big part of them he used for his personal luxury life, to buy 50,000 square feet amazing in New Jersey, to buy a luxury apartment in Manhattan, or to buy a very expensive car, like called Ferrari, cost 3.5 million, or any other things, luxury life. Then other money, if he do investment or not, we don't know. But people invest in him or the foundation, no one get money back. So even this time, FBI arrested him and said at least like about 0.63 billion. 0.63 billion. 60%, 66% of the 1 billion was taken by FBI. So how about the other money? So anyway, Wen Gui's way, whatever about democracy or anti-CCP, but his way is against the law, make crime. Use this way to do something very. It's a failure, and also it's very cheating. It's a hurt for Chinese democracy movement. And another side of Wen Gui is when he came to America, United States, looked like he want to do something justice, but some Chinese dissidents or activists get access to him and first wanted to support him or wanted to be friends, but finally, most of them turned to be his enemies. And even other people against him is a different story. These people who went to support him turned to be enemies. They have numerous lawsuits in the court. So this is another failure of Wen Gui. And also this is also based on bad part of Chinese culture, or very root in CCP culture. Then another thing is Wen Gui has connection with some American people, but I don't think American people like Steve Bannon is a bad person. He's a good guy, but he was fooled by Wen Gui. So even Steve Bannon himself get into trouble. This is also from Wen Gui. So Chinese culture, the bad part, or CCP culture, very awful. Could have this is a big trap. Anyone fall into there, it's a failure, it's a crime, it's a consequence. And furthermore, on the other hand, at the first couple of years, Wen Gui seemed like he was anti-CCP, but actually, according to CCP's way, must send people to contact him secretly or personally or in person, then make him change to support something for the party. So he was a person do not hold so firm position or principle of democracy or democracy movement. So probably he changed. So many people suspect he was turned to be a spy or agent of CCP, especially Xi's faction. So in 2019, 2 American lawyers sued him to the court and accused him played a role of spy for CCP. Even though the case didn't have a result, however, it's very suspicious. So this is it. This is the story, Wen Gui's story, a Chinese story, Chinese culture story, or CCP culture story. Any Chinese dissident or activist, if he or she cannot get out of the bad Chinese culture trap, cannot get out of the CCP culture trap, they can only face failure and consequence. This is the United States. It's a democracy country. It's a legal country. It's a civilized country. It's a free land. So Chinese people inside or outside of China, they should know, get to civilized land, get to free land, should follow the civilization rules, regulations. I think for this way, Wen Gui give all the Chinese people a big lesson to learn. Thank you for watching. I would like to see you next time. Please subscribe and like my channel. Thank you.